The much-anticipated news has finally arrived from Ducati. After an injury left millions of fans anxious, Marc Márquez is reportedly fully recovered and ready to return to the track. The 8-time world champion is said to have devised a special strategy to counter Marco Bezzecchi for the rest of the season. Could Márquez's comeback shake up the competitive MotoGP landscape again? Let's discuss. Marquez is reportedly showing remarkable progress in his recovery after undergoing right shoulder surgery following a serious accident at the 2025 Mandalika MotoGP. For the past few weeks, Marquez has been the focus of the MotoGP world, not because of his on-track performances, but because of the injury that initially raised doubts about his ability to finish the season. However, those concerns are now starting to fade. During a final medical examination earlier this week, his personal doctor, who handled his surgery and rehabilitation, confirmed that Marquez's recovery is progressing faster than expected. Marc is showing very positive progress. His shoulder mobility has improved significantly, and his post-operative pain has almost disappeared. "We are very optimistic about his progress," the doctor said in a brief interview with Spanish media. Marc Márquez's injury at Mandalika caused concern. Many predicted that the 8-time world champion would be out until the end of the 2025 season. However, the latest news from Madrid is a breath of fresh air. Márquez's recovery is progressing much faster than expected. According to Spanish media reports, the latest medical examinations show significant improvement in the bone and muscle condition of his right shoulder. His personal doctor stated that if this positive trend continues, Marquez could return to riding a motorcycle within the next few weeks. Marquez himself has not ruled out a comeback in front of the Spanish public. Fortunately, the injury is not serious. However, it is important for me to make a full recovery. My goal is to return before the end of the 2025 season, Marquez said after undergoing a medical examination in Madrid. This encouraging news prompted the Ducati Lenovo team to act quickly. According to an internal team source, engineers in Bologna have begun preparing a special technical plan for Marquez's potential return. These preparations include adjusting the Desmocidity GP25 settings to Marquez's current physical condition so that he can perform optimally, should he be granted permission to race at the Valencia Grand Prix in mid-November. If that happens, Valencia could witness the most emotional comeback of the 2025 season. After missing several key races, Marquez will certainly want to end the season spectacularly, especially in front of his loyal Spanish fans. Meanwhile, his main rival, Marco Bezzecchi, continues to steal the spotlight with his brilliant performances with Aprilia. The pressure on Ducati to retaliate is mounting. For Marquez, the Valencia round is not just the season-ending race, but also an opportunity to prove himself. He will send a strong message to his rivals and the entire MotoGP world. The king is not finished and is ready to reclaim his throne. Amidst the news of Marquez's recovery, the motorcycle racing world is thrilled by Toprak Razgatlioglu's success. The Turkish rider finally secured the 2025 World Superbike Championship with BMW. The Turkish rider's decision to leave Yamaha 2 years ago has paid off. In an emotional interview after his final World Superbike Championship race at Jerez, Toprak said, "This year has been incredible. We've worked hard from the start, and now the results are here. I feel like I'm at my best, and now I want a new challenge in MotoGP." Toprak was officially announced as a new addition to the Yamaha satellite team, set to begin in the 2026 MotoGP season. His arrival is seen as a major revival strategy for Yamaha, which has struggled to emerge from Ducati's dominance. Analysts believe that Toprak's extreme riding style, particularly his hard braking and aggressive maneuvers, could pose a real threat to Marquez and Ducati. One Italian MotoGP observer commented, "Toprak is a rider who is not afraid to take risks. If Yamaha provides him with a competitive bike, we may see an incredible duel between two track monsters, Marquez and Toprak." On the other hand, Marc Márquez's absence from the last few races has made people realise the significant impact he has had on Ducati's ambitious project this season. At the 2025 Australian MotoGP, the team's performance was lacklustre. Pecco Bagnaia lost grip mid-race and failed to finish, while Enea Bastianini couldn't break into the top 5. The Desmosedici GP25's performance was inconsistent. It was fast in one sector, but struggled throughout the race. Sources within the paddock reported that the atmosphere in the Ducati garage was tense. Several mechanics were reportedly disappointed with the direction of motorcycle development, which focused too much on Marquez's aggressive riding style and characteristic late braking. Consequently, when the champion was absent, it became difficult to find Bagnaya's bike setup, even in race simulations. This situation also caught the attention of Honda manager Alberto Puig, who made a sharp quip. Ducati is now like Honda last year, too dependent on one rider. As soon as Marquez is absent, the whole system loses balance. The comment immediately sparked debate in the paddock. Some analysts believe Puig has a point. Ducati, known as the most structured team, now appears fragile without its leader on the track. However, others argue that this is merely a temporary transitional effect because Marquez's significant influence has changed everything within the team, from technical strategy to the dynamics between riders. There has been no official response from Ducati headquarters in Bologna, but the pressure on Gigi Dall'Igna and the technical team is greater than ever. They must maintain internal team balance and prepare for a major scenario ahead of Marquez's potential comeback in Valencia, which could be a turning point for Ducati's fortunes at the end of the season. Meanwhile, Francesco Bagnaia finally addressed the immense difficulties he has faced without his teammate. In a post-race interview at Phillip Island, he admitted his frustration. "Honestly, I feel lost without Marc in the garage. We usually share data and push each other to find the bike's limits. But without him, everything feels more difficult. The bike setup developed for Marc's riding style means I have to start from scratch," he said with disappointment. He also added that Marquez's presence is important not only technically, but also mentally. Marc brings positive energy to the team. When he's not there, the atmosphere is different. Everyone seems to be waiting for news of his return. Bagnaia's candid statement signals that Ducati truly misses Marquez as both the fastest rider on the track and the centre of the team's balance. News of Marc Márquez's speedy recovery, unwavering fighting spirit, and the full support of the entire Ducati crew have made his chances of returning to the MotoGP Valencia wide open. For Marquez, this isn't just the season-ending race, it's a moment of truth. After overcoming a serious injury and much speculation about his future, the 8-time world champion is determined to show once again who the true ruler of the track is. If he competes in Valencia, the world of racing will witness the rise of a legend. Marquez isn't just here to avenge Bezzecchi and send a strong message to his rivals. Marc Márquez isn't finished yet. This is just the beginning of a new chapter in his glory. While Ducati rethinks its strategy, rivals like Toprak and Yamaha are preparing for next season's big battle. One thing is certain: the 2025 MotoGP season will be filled with emotion and drama as a true champion rises to the top. Will Marquez truly make a comeback in Valencia and end the season with a spectacular victory? Let us know your thoughts below.